Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here with Chocolate Zombie 101, Daluna 13, and Zelma Moore as we once again go back into the Witchlight Dynasty. Without further ado, let's hop right on in. Of course, join with the exclamation point join in our chat. Put your preferred pronouns and it will take that in.
So you still have to interact in the stream chat, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
oops.
Oh, it didn't do it.
I did not do a pronoun.
Yep, so it defaulted to they, them, I guess. I didn't know that's what it did.
Maybe because this is the continuation?
Meh.
That's weird. It made you they, them as well. Did you not put pronouns last time?
I didn't have it last time, but that might be...
Maybe. Right, and that just leaves Chaco to join.
KotC of the
Anyone in
East.
chat?
Or Counts of the East.
Chaco? Did he step away?
He did say something about food.
Oh, I must have missed that. Well. Whoops. I guess we'll just be sitting here for a little bit then, while we wait for him to get back.
How's everyone in chat doing?
Sorry, I had to check on food.
No worries. You just need to join in. Huh. This might be a problem then. If it's continuation and it's put Chaco into the east, we'll need someone to join in the Barrens for this to work. Oh dear. I mean, I guess we could make a whole new one, but I'll just have to, when I post this on YouTube, type up a whole new thing.
That'll probably be the best to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that didn't work. I was gonna see if I hit join and that.
Alright, it's not letting me back out, so I guess I'll have to X out of the game completely and reopen it. Oh yeah,
Yep.
I have Rift Trap set here. Let's get rid of that.
We could just do that instead.
I mean, I suppose. But I mean, this is a relatively easy fix. Unless it randomizes you and puts you, like, all in one house for some reason. I think the game's a bit more balanced than that.
I always forget that Team 17 made this game.
I don't know what else they have made, so...
Worms.
Right. Let's see. Do I just go with good old me again? Who will I meme? I don't know. Let's just go with that. Any dynasty name ideas? What will this new kingdom we're building be?
See, whenever I think of these kind of things, I always just fall back on Drakengard.
How about the we could use Domph in this scenario.
But he doesn't have a home.
Well, we'll give one to him.
I mean, I guess I could call it the Witchlight Dynasty.
Yeah, this is an alternate timeline.
Where Domph is both a human and a king for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
On Twitch. Alright, which ones do we want to grab? The Barons of the March, the Chiefs of the North, the Counts of the East, the Grandees of the South, and the Patricians of the Coast. We get 3 to choose from.
I vote the coast.
Coast.
I say we put the North in.
Right?
Yeah, actually, let's go North-South Coast, this one.
Okay. Right, and... Alright, let's try this one more time. Once again, it is join, and you can also put in the region you want as well as your pronouns. There's a very specific region you want. Oh, there are no barons here. So,
Are we having to redo?
yeah, we had to make a new game.
I have to.
Right?
Did it even let me join?
Yeah, no, you're in. You're a Grandee. Zell's in the Chiefs, and Chaco's in the Coast.
I'm gonna be Chiefs of the North. Great! Icy Tundra. I hate it.
Can you share the screen again? Because it's...
Right, I forgot since I closed it out, it didn't share it. Okay, there we go. Let us begin. Council introductions. Now that you're king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the wealthy coast, and of course the scorching south. I guess we'll start with the north. Zell.
Come on, Discord. Let's see here. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it dealing with us. With us lot. Hold on, I should probably do that with got a bit of a Scottish thing going. I'll leave it at that for now.
Alright. Let's... so did you want to reread it or no?
No, sorry.
Alright. To the patricians then. Chaco.
A pleasure, Your Majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign.
And last but certainly not least, the Grandees of the South.
May the ninth bless your reign, your holy. I trust you will conduct yourself with all faith.
And with that, introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. the coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Well, we wouldn't want that, I suppose. As tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, nobles, how will you vote for the coronation of the king? Do we host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine? That will cost the treasury 1,000 gold, but it will raise stability. Do we proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god? This will raise faith in all of the regions. See, do we throw the king in a river? That'll raise stability and lower authority. Or D, outdated traditions! There's no need for a coronation at all. I have a feeling I know which is gonna win, but let's start the vote anyway. Type exclamation
As
point
if it
vote.
never would lose.
Yeah, unless I completely remove it, there's no way it's not gonna be C.
As is tradition.
We will not forgo tradition for anybody.
And yep, that's that.
It is tradition.
Throw the king into the river. It's decided. The king will be thrown in the river. What kind of coronation is that? A very traditional ceremony dating back to Queen Alma the Wise. It's meant to represent you being reborn as a true king.
Indeed.
The nobles pick you up and carry you over to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or some of the nobles' stifling giggles? The path to victory. Your Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? What would Domph want? As the father of the nation. Interesting.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
What exactly is our, as the council members, what is our goal for victory again?
You have various ways to attempt and kill me and take the throne for your particular people that you want on the throne.
Okay.
Like, eventually it'll
Just
go
trying to
through
remember.
what you can select as your goals.
Yep. We'll get that choice in
okay.
just a second.
Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. And that ends the season. We start with the patricians. Aulus of the Chocolate Zombie 101 family, infamous coastal entrepreneur, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Domph. Something must be done. Alright, of the coast, how will you try to take the throne? Will you use sorcery, raise authority, a doppelganger, lower your defiance, or C, intimidation, raise stability? Chaco?
I got you. Oh, hold on.
Ah, there we go. Raise stability. The patricians plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Meanwhile, in the north, Storm of the Zelnamor clan, well-known northern rascal, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Domph. How do we make that happen? Alright, Zell, how will you try to take the throne? Prophecy, raise authority. Start Ragnarok, raise your own military. Or C, Hornblower, lower everyone's faith across the board. I feel like C is probably the hardest one, considering, I mean, you guys have no faith, but everyone else has a decent amount of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with this.
Alright, Ragnarok it is.
The North rise with might. The throne shall rule.
The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the Ice Giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the Giants won't take their proposal seriously. Oh, hi, Yelling. Feel free to join, by the way. Hit !join and your preferred pronouns, and it'll randomly assign you a region. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 4 seasons. And let's see, Yelling, you have... Oh, you're part of the chiefs as well.
Woohoo! More
Zaquil...
voting power.
True. Or you get Deadlock. Who knows? Zaquil of the Daluna 13 lineage, infamous southern mischief maker, stands bathed in sunlight, droning on, as in a daze. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. So, Daluna, how will you try to take the throne? Will it be through subterfuge, lowering stability? An uprising, raise the treasury? Or C, fervor, raise your own farming, which would put you, like, directly in my goal as well. Plus, your farming's already pretty decent.
Aside from faith, it was high next to trade.
I'm gonna go A.
Interesting.
Oh, did it not count?
That's weird. It didn't seem to go through for some reason. Try one more time. There it goes.
There it goes.
It might have been because the timer ran out the exact second you put it in, or something like that.
No, it's because he double spaced.
Ah, that would do it.
He double spaced the first time, so it didn't catch the A.
Gotcha. Alright, subterfuge it is. The Grandees plan to replace the King's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. To advance their schemes, the Grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons, which puts them in direct opposition to the patricians. Right?
Already.
All of...
Raise your own military to at least 5 in 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, already there.
Yep. So unless something catastrophic happens to lower your military, you're sitting pretty. Right, now it's my turn to pick something. Let's see. Goodbye, anonymous voting. I always hated you. Let's see. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong thing. I selected to put it in. Well, I fucked up. Well, anonymous voting is now a thing that I hate and I have. Great.
Let chaos reign.
Well, let's get my honor guard sorted first. One evening you're sitting up in bed reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber as bold as brass. Hello, your mage! Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Who are you? Oh, me? My name's Quackin' Tony, Yamaj. Pleased to meet you. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. What if we tied a bunch of birds to knights? I reckon you could field some aerial troops and totally dominate the battlefield. Before Quacking Tony can explain further, your marshal bursts into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace guard are. Do you want me to kill the intruder? Because it will be funny.
Because it's also a character for him.
No, I want to hold a vote on his proposal. Whatever you say, Your Majesty. She goes and gathers your council, who trickle into the hall in their pajamas, rubbing sleep from their eyes. They don't look particularly pleased to be woken up. Alright, listen, guys. This peasant broke into the palace because my guard were being lazy or whatever. But that's not important. What is important is he has a great idea to make battle better for all of us. We'll tie some birds to knights. It's the perfect plan. They'll be able to fly and we'll have aerial troops.
They'll never see it coming.
Exactly. So, how do we vote? Yes, and pilot the program, and the pilot program will start in the south. This will lower military, raise defiance, and lower authority for them. We could pilot it in the north, or pilot it in the coast. It does the same thing for every region. Or D, this is incredibly stupid. All of these raise defiance. You know what? Because I've done that, let's turn anonymous voting on. Alright, everyone, feel free to vote for whatever you want. No one will know who voted for what. Who wants the bird program the most? Of course, you could also screw over Zell by voting for it being in his particular area. Because lowering his military will certainly conflict with his plans.
That is a very good point, Yelling.
See, now you understand why I hate Anonymous. It serves no purpose whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we were to do hide chat.
Yeah. If I couldn't look at chat to see.
Which, by the way, also Yelling, if you want to, you could join us in the chat.
True.
Or the call.
We're in the game room right
Yelling,
now.
we don't want to lower our military.
We're in
We
Draco's
need our
game room.
military to be high.
Exactly. And we have no idea who voted that way. No idea at all. Alright, well that means it's completely up to me. So let's pilot in the north. It's a foolproof plan if I do say so myself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yelling,
Yelling.
you're part of the chiefs and your goal was to raise your military. And the option you voted for lowers it.
Oh,
But that's okay.
that
Yeah.
would be a problem.
So, you know, you can maybe recover. We'll have to see how things go. Under Quacking Tony's close supervision, a flock of ravens are tied to a northern warrior. Instead of flying, the knight is lost in a flurry of mad pecking and pooping.
Mm-hmm.
Quacking Tony insists you merely use the wrong type of bird. Further experiments are conducted with owls, eagles, geese, woodpeckers, ostriches. Ostriches don't even fly! And little grebes, before hundreds of northern troops quit in disgust. Your military...
No, see, they don't fly, but the one that did the ostriches was really fucking fast.
True.
That they are.
So, your defiance has gone up to aloof and your military's gone down to 5, which just barely still puts you in the range of success.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, the whole thing is an
Yeah,
embarrassing failure. Your Majesty, if that peasant had been a maniac with a crossbow, I dread to think what could have happened. If one thing is clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not that, like, the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their reign. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Alright, tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable, and in a fight, unbeatable. Tell me about the Coastal Gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people into bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? And last, the Southern Battle Nuns. Terrifying warriors. And they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. I've made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I mean, I kind of...
Shall we go through and, like, try to argue?
I mean, you can all certainly make your case. I'm gonna tell you where I'm at right now.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Draco. It would be absolutely hilarious if you picked the Northern Warriors, because it's just like, oh, you just subjected them to this treatment of being pecked with birds, and now suddenly you want them as your honor guard.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
my thought was, in fact, that maybe I should give the Northern Warriors something. You know, let them be my honor guard to show, you know, it's all in good faith. We tried the bird thing, and that didn't quite turn out. But, you know, I'll let you guard me to show that I trust you not to do anything terrible. Them are the Battle Nuns. I really like the Battle Nuns. They look badass. So I guess...
I mean, the Northern Warriors would most definitely keep you safe, sire.
Hmm.
Who am I
Just keep the elf
supposed to
flowing and they'll
be?
be just fine.
Who am I supposed to be agreeing with, relatively speaking?
Me.
Cell.
Okay.
The North is who we are.
You're in
We're
the North.
Northern
Okay.
people.
Thank you. I wasn't quite sure. So yeah,
Yeah.
go with it.
Hmm. Persuasive. It's only fair to give the other nobles a shot.
I got nothing.
Daluna?
I got nothing. This is actually kind of funny.
Fair enough. Northern Warriors it is.
It's unanimous.
I will make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your quarters faints. I'm sure it's fine. Oh,
A little.
but, there seems to be an attack in the south. That's not great.
Your Highness, some ruined holdings have occupied my vineyard. Driven my staff away.
What's a hordling? Oh, hey, robot. Thank you for gifting a sub to Sifrivifixgen. I don't know if I said that right. Grubby little creatures like fat green babies with claws, hard to kill. Fire's the only way to get rid of them permanently.
Whatever you do, we should do it soon. They're eating all my grapes.
I will assemble the council.
Go.
Might bless you, Your Highness.
Alright, council, how do we deal with this hordling threat in the south? Do we burn the vineyard with the hordlings inside? This will lower trade, lower farming, raise defiance. And it's generally just a bad idea, I feel. It'll kill them, but it'll also do horrible damage. Do we strong-arm the other grandees into sending military help? This will raise defiance and raise wealth for the grandees. Or do we hire adventurers from the guild to investigate? This will lower the treasury by 650. I'm just gonna get rid of this one because that one's not gonna do anyone any good. So B or C? Right, Yelling has chosen to hire adventurers.
Yeah.
That would be the most logical option.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care what we do. Just get this done quickly.
Looks like it's near unanimous. And that's it for the timer, but I will... Yep, there it goes. Unanimous.
You know, I was thinking as a patrician, it'd be like, why spend the money? Just force the other grandees to deal with them themselves, but clearly I'm outvoted.
Sorry, Robot, I accidentally hit the button before you could vote. My bad. Also, it was at 0, the timer, in fairness. But it is unanimous. Everyone has chosen C. You dip into the treasury and hire a stern-faced adventurer from the guild. Does anyone want to read for the adventurer?
Never fear, Your Majesty. I can drive them out without collateral damage.
Excellent. Well, we'll have to see how that goes, but what's going on over here in the coast? There's a new trend. I remember this one. Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you, a crab. Of course he does.
I love that option.
It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. Creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Very well, send him in.
Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you these crabs will go up in value.
Well, you've convinced me. I'm sure this won't have any negative repercussions for me in the future. Spending 1,000 gold of the treasury on a box of crabs. What could possibly go wrong? Counting your gold, Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 assures you that you will not regret your purchase. And that ends the season. And it's time for an auction. Before I start the auction, I'll properly explain the rules. Basically, each building here will lower or raise a stat in your region. So it can be used to help your region solely, but there's also stuff that can raise and lower the kingdom as a whole. Like the prism will lower stability, the library will raise stability. You will take the wealth that you have. You know what, a thought just occurred to me. I didn't turn on the extension for this. Whoops, let me do that really quick so everyone can see their stuff. There we go.
I knew something was amiss.
Okay, so now you can click on the screen, and you should be able to see the little royal card so you can see your wealth. But everyone has 1,000 except for Chaka, who's just made 2,000. You hit exclamation point fund. X is the character code, ABC, and then Y here is the amount of gold you're pledging. So, the chiefs could build Deer Park. This will lower farming. Or they could build a fortress, which will raise their military, so it's obvious where they're going to be placing their funds. In the Grandees, they could make a cathedral, which will raise their faith, or a prison to lower stability. The patricians could build a Grand Bazaar to build their trade, or a library to build the stability of the kingdom. The thing to try and prevent for the others, if they don't want the chiefs to fund their fortress, would be to just fund 2 buildings more than they can possibly fund the fortress. But without further ado, let's start the auction. No, Chaco, you have to type in fund, exclamation point fund, then the code, and then the amount of funds you're putting in.
I did it right?
You did it right.
I forgot.
No worries. Alright, looks like so far the fortress is getting funded pretty well. Well, that's weird. Let me take a look-see here. Oh, and Nell Robot's in the Grandees now. Zell put all of his in. Yelling put like half in. So far it looks like the library and the fortress is getting away. Unless we can get another building to like over 1,500, it looks like the chiefs are getting their military up in the next second. So that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to put in, because there's, like, my thing is the treasury.
Yeah. No, your thing is to lower stability.
Or stability.
I mean, there was one to lower stability, but, a little too late at the moment. But hey, there's always next time. Well, it's time to find a spouse. Once again. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Women. Excellent. I'll send out messages to find the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Alright, let's see what this is. Contested Wretch. Yelling. Oh, this is you.
An opportunity, Your Highness. A cut ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Cut vessels are always full of valuable things.
Chaco.
Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters, by the 9th. In fact, it's closer to our city of Hythos than any of yours.
But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for the chest of silver. You were having money problems. Your Majesty, esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you.
Alright, Council, how will we decide this? Do we allow the chiefs to salvage a ship? This has a 70% chance of success. Do we allow the patricians to salvage the ship? Another 70% chance of success. C. Do we salvage the ship, but return any bounty to KotC? I'm sure they'll be thankful for it. Or D. Do we just leave the wreck alone? Who wants treasure from a sunken ship, right? Who needs it?
It is our waters now. It should go to us.
See how the voting shakes out. Of course, the patricians and the chiefs are voting along lines. That makes sense. Seems it's going to the chiefs, unless the grandees want to give it to the patricians for some reason. It looks like it's going to the chiefs. Or choose option C. Daluna, but there we go. Looks like it's definitely going to the chiefs. There's no way it could turn, but... Okay, Robot voted for C, to give it to KotC. However, it's quite clear that the chiefs are going to be salvaging this wreck.
Do you have a robot?
Yeah, El Robot. I mean, there's also Arcane Dragon Bot, but El Robot is here too.
Oh.
Chaco?
What? But it's in our waters.
Move over. The council's word is final, isn't it?
But the operation doesn't ever get off the ground, so to speak. We rolled in the 30%.
Okay.
The reefs where the ship sank are dangerous and full of sharks. After dozens of divers go missing and are presumed eaten, the whole thing is called off. Oh damn, and that lowered your military, that failure. Oof.
Good thing we got that
not
fortress,
good.
though, at least.
Yeah.
At least we got that fortress.
Yeah, the fortress
Could've saved
managed to
us.
help. A brand new harvester.
Your Highness, the scholars and great thinkers of the South have invented new farming implement. Some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and threshes grain. They call it a wheat eater? And it's revolutionizing agriculture.
I mean, that's fantastic news.
It would be of great use to us in the north. our farms are struggling to keep up with demand, you know.
Who would like to read for Robot?
We will not share our designs with the likes of you. Northern Leech. Our people worked hard for that machine. We deserve to reap its rewards, not you.
Feels like you're being a bit selfish here. You could sell it to them. But let's leave it to the council. How do we decide? Do we force the Grandees to distribute the designs? This will raise their defiance and raise farming. Do we compensate the Grandees for their invention and share it with the other regions? This will increase wealth, lower the treasury, and increase farming. Do we leave the machines in the south only? This will raise defiance of the north and raise farming. Or do we halt production of these machines? They're an affront to honest farmers everywhere. This will raise defiance, lower farming, raise faith. Obviously D is the dumb choice. Let's not go with D. Clearly A, B, or C are the best ones, but I don't have veto anymore. So let's go with... I like A. But the choice is ultimately yours, nobles. Feel free to vote how you see fit.
No.
Alright.
It's our machine. We're going to use it the way we want.
Right, the Grandees have clearly gone the way they were going to go, so that leaves it to the patricians of the coast to decide who the winner is. What do you think, Chaco?
Something like this should be shared.
Could raise profits. Really? Interesting.
You said it should be shared and you voted against it. How dare you?
Voting? Wait, tied at 3. Oh, that's right, because
Because
I
you
made the
voted
monarch
towards-
choice. Alright, well, I think the Grandees should distribute the designs. I mean, after all, it's gonna help everyone out in the long run. Daluna?
It's tyranny, I tell you. You're pushing innovation in a free market. I won't like that.
Oh, yes, the free market. In fact, the market doesn't mind much. The machines go a long way to improve agriculture in other regions, making your kingdom more prosperous as a whole. Damn, seems like the free market likes this idea. Who'da thunk?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's time for tax season. Chiefs... Oh, the chiefs managed to strike a rich vein of iron in the mountains, making 500 wealth. Other nobles gained 200 wealth. Alright, that's not too bad. I don't really have a necessity to tax anyone cruelly or bribe anyone at the moment. So I think we're just gonna go with normal tax season this time around. I mean, admittedly, I do need some money, but I'm sure it's fine. Those crabs will eventually pay off, I'm sure. Oh look, crab futures. I've found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. And a partner for life, to have and to hold, don't forget. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first. Your mother leads you to a great hall where she arranges 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. She whisks away a cloth from the first portrait. This is Frida, firstborn daughter of the Northern Yelling at Me clan. Apparently, she can be a little shy with strangers, but I'm sure she's wonderful when she comes out of her shell. She's made herself quite wealthy with a series of shrewd investments. People say she nurses a grudge, though. I can see the appeal, I suppose. From the coast, we have Camilla, the wealthy heiress to the Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101's estate. She wasn't originally the heiress, but her elder sister had an unfortunate accident. Her interests are typical of the coast: money, 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 and making more of it. Unfortunately, she's quite bad at it. All her business deals seem to fall through. Could be worse, but could be a lot better. And finally, from the south, Bologna, the eldest daughter of the El Robot lineage. See that scar? She got that in a duel. She's always challenging people over some slight. The only thing she cares for is her faith, which she places above all other worldly concerns. Despite that, though, she's said to have collected sins like a soldier collects medals. Okay, not bad at all. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I've made my decision. I think I'm gonna go with Bologna. The south has gone down to 2 defiance, the north has gone up to 1, and the coast has gone up to 4. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Alright, now let's see how my crab stock is doing. Chaco? Chaco? You there?
Are you there? Are you there?
Oh, he ran to the bathroom.
Ah.
Poor timing.
Mm.
So how's everyone doing tonight?
Sure.
I finally watched Beetlejuice.
Oh, we're gonna wait? Okay.
Glad to hear.
Oh, yes.
It's so good.
Wait, the first
I
one or
love
the
it.
second one?
The first one.
They watched the first
Because
one.
I somehow
Oh.
haven't watched it.
And we're going to see the new one tomorrow, the two of us.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Nice. I'm gonna bite my tongue. Just know that they do some do pay attention to everything on screen for the little nice homages to the first movie.
Oh, that's neat.
Ooh.
I'm glad that they're going to be doing Easter eggs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Draco, should we dress
Sharp
up
eye.
tomorrow? Or not?
I mean, I don't really have anything to dress up in aside from normal clothes.
I'll say, too bad you don't have a yellow suit. You can go as Bob.
Wonder if Deo is going to be in it.
Who?
Deo, the song.
The banana.
Tali Me Banana.
The banana.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Daylight call me, me won't go home.
I didn't want to sing it fully because I don't want to get too much.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, that's just a small piece of it. That's probably not going to get a strike.
Not to
You
mention
sang very
it's
beautifully,
us.
though.
Not to mention it's us doing like a karaoke rendition, kind of. It's not the actual song itself.
True.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Perfect. You're back in time for
Yeah.
your part.
We I picked this not realizing you had left exactly, and then I saw the message in Discord.
The crab craze has swollen to unforeseen heights, Your Majesty.
That's good, isn't it? The trade is so profitable that the patricians are shutting down textile mills to focus on crab catching. Thousands are unemployed.
But who cares about that, Your Majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for it.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, looks like the crabs paid off for me. It's time to sell, sell, sell! You sell your crabs for much more than you paid, and the treasurer appears satisfied with your practicality. Meanwhile, industries collapse along the coast. Their trade has gone down to 6 because they're so focused on crabs.
Oof.
I mean, eventually they'll have to diversify their portfolios, because the market's going to stagnate otherwise, right? Surely.
Mm-hmm.
Daluna. Daluna?
I know I'm the adventurer, right?
Yes.
Apologies, my internet's going in.
Oh, shoot. shoot, I think I accidentally clicked an option. But you said that the adventurer hasn't returned, and you lost your gold, like all of your wealth. But please read.
Now I do not even have money to pay my servants. I cannot sell my vineyard, for its worth is plummeted below 0.
I'll offer you a loan. It's a high chance of success. I just came into a windfall thanks to the crab trade. Brandy Daluna 13 promises to repay you within the year. Considering the state of the southern wine industry, you have high hopes that you'll see a return on your investment in due time. Well, that was a success, and your wealth has increased a little bit further. And that's the end of the season. You know, Domph is pretty fiscally responsible, all things considered.
Can't believe Domph went into NFTs. Worked for him.
I don't know how he managed, but somehow he did. In the south, beneath the scorching sun, Grandee Daluna 13 is strolling through his vineyard in the company of a few close friends.
The kingdom was supposed to be in chaos by now. Chaos! Instead, everyone's getting along with each other. It's most unsettled.
Alas, we can hardly argue that the king's advisors are doing a bad job when the whole kingdom turned into one big picnic. The Grandee's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Meanwhile... Oh, thank God I can finally get rid of anonymous voting. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do the Royal Gamble. The Royal Gamble is fun. Plus 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If the nobles vote other... Oh, no, wait. I see. That's the treasury, not wealth. So I would be... Okay, maybe not that. Well, I could do Call for Unity. Bye, anonymous voting. Oh, okay, we have 2 things in the capital. Obviously, we'll start with the royal wedding. Your wedding to Bologna is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Bologna at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Bologna, dances so vigorously she spills wine all over herself. Stability's gone up to 8, authority's at 4, defiance has gone down in the north, down in the coast, and down in the south. By the time you find yourself alone with Bologna, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I'm so drunk! And yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine! I mean, why stop now? Servants, bring us wine. That's the spirit! Shall we go to bed together? No time like the present, eh? She swigs back the last dregs of her wine and leads you to bed. Dang, she drinks like someone from the north.
That
So
entire
apparently she's
exchange
the one
with
that takes
your
the lead.
newfound wife felt like the couple at the beginning of Beetlejuice.
So you're saying
Yeah.
they drink like a Canadian?
No, I was saying drinking like a Viking, but... Your Majesty,
Viking response.
Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forget our past troubles and come together as friends? Daluna, you were reading for Robot?
What do you have in mind, Chancellor?
We could exchange gifts, or hold a friendly competition, a fashion show, perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on a team-building exercise to help you and the council trust each other again? All right,
I vote throwing the king into a river again.
That's not an option this time.
We could make it an option. I think everyone else would agree with me.
It's not happening. We've already done the coronation. We're not doing a second one. So, what will it be, nobles? Is it A, an exchange of gifts? This costs nothing. B, a friendly fashion competition. This will lower the treasury by 500 gold. C, do we do a game of riddles? That could be fun. Although that's the most expensive at 1,000 gold. Why it costs gold to do a riddle competition, I could not tell you. Or this is a stupid idea. Which will raise defiance. For everyone. Alright, let us go.
Just exchange some gifts.
Right. Draco wants that fashion show, but hey. Oh, wow. It's pretty split. This is up to the Grandies, then. Since it's a even split right now. Oh, we got a punny reward.
I was gonna say, do we even have the finances for that yelling?
I mean, it looks like we're going to be doing the riddle competition. I mean, I've got 2,650 in the treasury. I can cover that. But I have to read a pun, so let me just...
Oh yeah, that is the treasury's fund.
Yeah. Lance is an uncommon name nowadays, but in medieval times, people were named Lance a lot.
Aha!
Right, and that closes it out.
You know what, Draco, that was a good one. You know what that deserves? That deserves this.
Thank you, thank you. Wonderful, I'll make the arrangements at once. The nobles can work together on the riddles, with a hefty cash prize if they get it right. Oh, that's why it costs money. It's a cash prize. The nobles of the council begin murmuring. This is a chance to prove the sharpness of their wits. They better brush up on their riddles.
This ought to be good.
Right?
We actually get to answer riddles?
We'll have to see. I don't remember because it's been a bit since I've gotten this one. A spot of heresy in the north. Goodness.
Your Majesty, I'm stunned, outraged, and
Incensed.
Okay. First time I've ever seen that word before.
It means...
Outraged and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense fabricated charge. They're saying a group of church missionaries went missing near my lands. Though weather's cold around there, anything could have happened to them. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the council must intervene, Your Highness.
Though she remains silent, the council is keenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Hello, High Inquisitor. So, what'll we do? Do we search for a witness to defend Zelnamor? This has a 90% chance of success. Do we help the Inquisition gather evidence against Zel? That is a 40% chance of success with how our faith is stacked. Or C, do we suggest he pray for a good outcome, which is a literal coin flip? I mean, I know it has my vote. But the rest is up to you, nobles.
Part of me
Definitely
wants to go with the stable option.
vote A.
But I do love me a coin flip.
It's very true.
Fuck it, coin flip.
I am innocent, I tell ye.
Alright.
Chaos!
Daluna.
We may not,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
we may not care for faith, but we do not harm those who do.
Alright, Robot also has C. Oh, then it's a tie. Tied at 3.
Chaos.
I mean, I did vote for one of these. I'm definitely gonna pick the one I voted for. Let's be real here. You distribute a proclamation among the chiefs asking for witnesses of Zelnamore's innocence. A northern villager eventually comes forward, saying she saw the missionaries heading in the direction of the frozen lake near Zelnamore's estate. Indeed, they soon found wandering aimlessly through a featureless tundra, completely lost and snowblind, but alive. With no dead missionaries, the High Inquisitor is forced to drop the charges and pay compensation to Zelnamore, who sends you a small gift in thanks. We have max stability, you've gained 900 in wealth, and the treasury's up to 1850. All in all, pretty good day. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht.
Our plans are getting better than expected. The spy master thinks all is well in the kingdom.
Thanks to her lack of attention, I've made a fortune selling weapons into the Ashmedian Empire, even though it's forbidden. Wealth is now at 7. Trade is at 7, rather, to wealthy.
Things are proceeding better than I have ever imagined. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents.
Indeed, the Honor Guard are incorruptible. The Watch are another story. If the king can't pay them, they'll look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. It's pretty close to that. Meanwhile, in the north, far to the north where the snow blankets the landscape, and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok.
Morgan has blessed us. The ice giants have agreed to parley.
The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundation of an alliance strong enough to rock the world.
Aye, the ice giants are a formidable ally, tall as the building and limbs like tree trunks. And those southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first we must offer something the giants desire.
A whole kingdom's worth of pillage?
Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist.
For the next stage of their schemes, the chiefs must raise other regions' trade to a combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. Let's see, where's that at right now? 6.
Currently at a
3,
13.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Actually, I think it's 16. Hold on, let me grab the calculator real quick.
No, other regions, not including our own.
Oh, then yeah, it'd be 6 plus 7, 4, 13.
13, yeah.
Alright then. So the chiefs are in the second stage of their plan, as are the patricians, but unfortunately the grandees are a bit behind because they need to lower stability, and it's gone up to 10. But hey, a game of riddles might be fun. Your Majesty, I've asked the court jester to help us with our game of riddles. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dum. Let's test our wits and have some fun. Delightful. Prithee, what walks on 4 legs in the... Daluna?
Man! It's man!
Everyone knows that riddle. Yelling isn't here to read this because they needed to get away for a bit. So I guess...
I can read for them then.
Alright.
By the old gods, that was an easy one.
You're canny riddlers after all. Pity on this poor old fool. But since the council mood is nigh funereal, I shall break out some new material. Over the next hour, the jester capers around the council hall, posing riddles and occasionally hitting Grandiel Robot with an inflated pig splatter on a stick. Finally, he sings out the final and most difficult riddle of all. My mountains are flat, my rivers are dry, my cities are emptying, and sometimes I lie. What am I?
Oh, I know this one.
Alright, Council, what is the answer? Is it something that begins with a C, something that begins with a D, something that begins with an M, or something that begins with an S? I'm just gonna let this ride, see how it goes. Gazelle says something with an M. Does anyone else have any dissenting opinions? Well,
I was gonna say,
looks as though the council is silent. Oh, well, there's Daluna. Alright. Well,
anyway.
El Robot also says C. And Chaco says C. Alright. Well, let's see how you do. What say you, your majesty? Dost thou agree with thine council members? Yes, I think they're correct. Wise you are indeed, I must humbly concede. The answer is a map!
Mhm.
The council's wisdom has left me in awe, and what's more, it's left the king poor. The jester cartwheels out of the council hall, leaving the nobles to celebrate their victory, and sharing their cash prize among themselves. Defiance has gone down with everyone, and all of your wealth has increased. Oh no, the crab bubble, it is burst!
Uh-oh.
Bad news, your majesty. A new reef has been discovered, which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically.
Oh no, Elon Musk talked about the crabs on SNL.
Oh no, how could this be? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, your majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101, and the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all of his crabs at a huge profit, just days before the crash. Everyone's wealth has decreased except for Choco's, which has climbed up astronomically. Something must be done. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily into the crab market, and they are now casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. Alright, council. Unfortunately, I cannot choose A because we don't have enough funds in the treasury to bail out the failed businesses along the coasts. So do we choose B, let the coast suffer the full consequences of this crisis? This will lower their trade, raise defiance, and lower stability. Or C, do we arrest Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 and confiscate his ill-gotten gold? This will lower trade, raise defiance, lower stability, raise the treasury, and lower his wealth.
He clearly has done insider trading.
The choice is ultimately yours, council. How will you choose?
He's done insider trading.
Look, I can't help it if none of you are financially savvy and don't know when to fold and don't know when to hold.
There's financially savvy and there's corporate espionage. You're doing the latter.
Indeed. You have harmed everyone except for yourself, including your own people. You must be held accountable for it.
Yes, we
Well,
don't need
then-
a peasants' uprising happening.
Well then you don't know business.
Oh.
See, Robot agrees with me.
Robot, this hurted you as well.
Yeah, it's an even choice. I'm gonna have to go with C. I mean, look, if we just let them suffer the consequences, the peasants are more than likely to revolt. Let's be honest here.
My crab empire.
Your soldiers storm the Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101's opulent mansion, arresting him and confiscating his ill-gotten crab gold. The trial will be held as soon as possible. The Trade has gone down at the coast. Their defiance has gone up. Choco's wealth has gone down. Stability has gone down, but the treasury is now as high as it's ever been. Outraged, patricians protest your actions are illegal and make a mockery of the law. Don't they know you're the king? I am the law. Obviously.
I am the law. Anthrax intensifies.
And now, speaking of Anthrax, here's a plague ship.
Oh god.
Literal anthrax in the Middle Ages.
Oh my god. The Royal Navy has stopped a ship in the harbor of Thalassus, Your Majesty. It's a merchant vessel from Danae, and the crew has come down with some kind of plague. The captain refuses to go home, saying his crew need food and medical attention before offloading any cargo. Oh hey, you're not in prison yet.
Yet, that ship is carrying fine silks and rare dyes worth thousands. I don't care what happens to the crew, we need to secure those goods. I have to make a profit after the whole crab fiasco, you know.
Weren't you just arrested?
Yeah, how did you get here?
I'm a patrician.
You
Pale is nothing to
I
me.
could make a very bad joke right now.
Right. Wealthy. Sorry. Anyway, what about this plague? The infected have high fevers, oozing pustules, uncontrollable vomiting. Sounds like creeping scourge, which bumped off half the kingdom a few centuries ago. Let's call a vote on this. What should we do, Council? Do we allow the ship to dock and offload its goods? This will raise lower defiance, lower trade, lower military, lower farming, and lower stability. I can't imagine why. Do we quarantine the ship but take the goods? That is a 50% chance success, a literal coin flip. C. Do we quarantine the ship and toss the goods into the sea? This will lower trade even further. It will raise defiance and cost Choco more wealth. Or D. Do we just sink the ship and all aboard? Lowers trade, raises defiance, lowers wealth. The choice is yours.
I'm up for a flip coin toss.
Right, Robot says he likes A. Interesting. But how will the rest of the council vote? Of course, Choco votes for his interests.
Give me that 50-50. RN Jesus.
Alright, Robot has chosen what he believes is best. Just offload it. I'm sure it's fine. Nothing bad will happen. Interesting. And Daluna's gone for C. Just quarantine the ship and toss the goods out to sea. But it looks like we're going with the coin flip.
So, above game, I'm going to say this now that you said yes. I was writing B, but I fat fingered it.
Ah, I see.
I was like, I
Yeah,
shit,
B and C are right
it
next
up.
to each other.
That's fair. The dyes and silks are carried into port, much to Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101's satisfaction. The crew are left to wait out the infection on their ship. That was a success. Trade has gone up, defiance down, and wealth has increased. Fortunately, no plague is reported in Thalassus or anywhere else along the coast. 2 months later, the Navy board the quarantine ship and find nothing but corpses. Well, that sucks for them, but hey, we didn't get any infections, so it's all good in the end.
They're probably all going to die, but hey, money.
True. That's capitalism for you. Oh, but it's time for another auction. The chiefs could build another fortress to raise their military. They could fund a theater, which will lower authority. We could build a observatory, which will lower the faith in the grandees, or we could build a prison to lower stability. I get the feeling I know where the grandees are going to place their money. We could build a grand bazaar to raise trade for the patricians, or a stadium to lower their military. The choices are ultimately yours. Let's see how that funding goes. The thing to beat... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I literally have no horse in this race.
Yeah. I will say the thing to beat would be to
And
stop the prison from getting funded.
entertainment sounds like a wonderful thing.
Oh,
Everyone needs a festival.
Daluna, you forgot to put your character code in. There we go. Alright, going for the observatory, not the prison that goes for your
Damn it!
goal.
I pressed. Okay, that one was also like I misfingered it.
Well, lowering,
Damn it!
lowering your faith and trade is going up, it looks like.
Hey, robot, you might want to put it on D.
Yeah. Robot,
I fucked up. I was trying to put it on D, but
there's 4 seconds left, so it might not happen. Yep, time is up. Well, Blood Money Legends Rising about your heir. I'm curious about Legends Rising, but let's see the heir. Your marriage to Bologna has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about the ninth god than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. It went about as well as it could be expected. You're still in power, aren't you? The crown's still on your head, that's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one would object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can, get down to business. What's this about?
one day you are going to choose something different from that.
I mean, maybe to spice things up, but I feel like, why would I not? Unless the marriage is, like, absolutely horrendous, I'll choose a... That's the only situation I'll choose a different option. You're aware of the ice giants, I hope. Brutish creatures that live in the frozen wastes beyond our northern borders. In a time before time, they ruled the north and kept the people as slaves. And yet you chiefs want to work with them. Interesting. The chiefs are willing to let bygones be bygones. They're forging an alliance with the giants to bring down your kingdom. They're all mad, every one of them. My intelligence suggests that the chiefs have offered up the kingdom as plunder for the giants when the time comes. It's not often I say this, but the kingdom's strong economy is a problem. Even ice giants can sense such a lucrative opportunity. What am I supposed to do? Tank my economy? That would certainly be one strategy, yes. Council, what the fuck do we do? Do we send a tribute to the ice giants so maybe they'll leave us alone? That'll lower trade, raise defiance, and lower authority. Do we build a great wall along the northern border, which will delay the scheme for one season? I'm sure a giant wall will stop giants. When has this ever not worked, building a giant wall at a border? Or do we just trust the strength of our arms to defeat them? We'll just really hope that we can beat them. It's
The
foolproof.
military is strong, clearly. The military is strong, clearly you can handle it.
I like B. But the choice is the other nobles. Zell, you will have to vote again because I didn't start the vote when you typed the code in.
Yeah, I gotta wait 30 seconds.
Look, these giants are just like us, just bigger. They're more than likely to do for a bribe.
We do have a decent amount of money. Alright, robot, thoughts?
Military strength is high.
Alright, it's 2 for 2 here. Look, I just think that this could go horribly awry if we send a tribute. What if they ask for more? What if they see this as like a thing that'll really be in their benefit? I think we'll just delay it for one more season and try to, I guess, lower trade.
Oh, I really don't think that's necessary. Such things are always torn down eventually.
Aren't you the
Listen,
one that's trying to do this?
listen. We'll
Hmm?
build a wall, and the giants will pay for it. It's foolproof.
And then,
Perhaps he's right, but at least it will buy you
Alright.
some time.
who's got the paper fan?
Work on the so-called Domph's wall begins right away. There's no time to waste. The chief's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season, which gives us plenty of time to tank our economy, I guess. Blood money.
Mm.
Excuse me?
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the north.
Really? Because you're looking at me like you've swallowed a wasp.
There is definitely not an old witch who lives in the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept.
Great stuff. Where's my wine?
Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Wink wink, nudge nudge.
Glad that's cleared up. Let's celebrate all of this with good news with some wine. Chief Zeldamore looks unaccountably miserable during your drinking session. What's his problem, anyway? Come harvest time, Chief Zeldamore's farm yield a lot more grain than they used to. And the peasants are happier. In fact, everything's going great. There are some complaints about priests going missing, of course, and the church keep burning down. But you can't have everything. Gotta make some sacrifices here and there.
Not like we had any faith to begin with.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I chose it. I get the farming I need for my goal, and we lose nothing. Everybody wins.
I'd be sitting here like, we have churches?
Well, we tried to build one, and then the fire started. Probably because of the witch.
Nah, it totally was a candle left burning overnight unsupervised.
Well, when you put it like that, I'm inclined to agree. Let alone the fact that Domph is actually a witch in another timeline, but that's not relevant. Somewhere along the coast, Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 strolls in his olive grove accompanied by a close friend.
The Palace Watch won't accept up bribes. The treasury is practically overflowing. They don't need our money.
And I suppose they ran straight to the Spy Master to blab about it too. Damn our luck. Is this the end?
The best investments are never profitable to begin with. But we will bide our time and strike again when the king least expects it.
The patrician's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. It's a shame Domph is really good at fucking economics, it seems. The patricians invest wisely in wine exports, making 500 in wealth. The other nobles gain 200 in wealth. And I'm just gonna, for no reason in particular...
Say, Your Majesty, might be favorable to, could be persuaded to stave off the giants a little longer.
An unpaid debt. You recall Grandy Daluna 13, you offered him a loan to help him get back on her feet? Weird. Not long ago.
Okay.
Started with him, and then it's her. I think the game is confused. Regrettably, he made some bad investments and almost went bankrupt once again. Something about a new invention, some type of hybrid cutlery or so, I hear? Regardless, what shall we do about the debt? Let's see.
Arrest him immediately.
I mean, we've already arrested a noble, but it's a good point. He hasn't paid his bills. Ah, welcome
We
back,
defaulted
Yellow.
on a loan.
Hello.
Welcome back. I'm going to arrest Luna. He didn't pay his debts. There's consequences to your actions. Luna 13 is...
Enough of that.
Hey, I swear!
Mhm.
And not only, it's not just any loan, sire. It was a loan to yourself.
True.
Keep that in mind. It'd be one thing if it was a normal loan shark. It's another to His Majesty.
This was a royal loan from the Treasury. We expect it to get paid back. Daluna 13 is dragged to the dungeons as a warning against any who would default on their debts to the crown. What meager wealth he had left is confiscated. It does come close to repaying the loan, but... it doesn't come close to repaying the loan, but it's something. Randy Daluna 13 has been imprisoned, and Daluna 13 II has joined the council. And speaking of
You
prison...
like 13? Get ready for 13 too!
13, 2! But hey, since...
Alright, Junior. Let's see how you handle these trials. Got a crab trial coming up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of imprisoning nobles, the crab trial is upon us. After months of delay, Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 is finally due to stand trial for his crab-related market manipulation. You stand accused of perpetrating fraud and tricking hundreds into buying expensive crabs. How do you plead?
I am guilty of only making money. So I broke a few laws along the way. Is that really a crime? I mean, they were minor, but I mean, who
Wait,
cares?
Didn't
I
you
made
just
money.
admit?
Yes!
Yes, he did!
I broke a few laws! That is indeed a crime, to break laws! That's the whole foundation of a legal system!
You are very bad at this.
Yes! Obviously! I pronounce you guilty as charged, and your fate will be decided by the king. Well, I mean, hanging seems a bit intense. We could just imprison him. That seems like a fair punishment to this. Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 is dragged away in chains, wailing for clemency. I mean, the other option was, you know, execution, so look on the plus sides. Most of the nobles agree that justice has been done, except for the patricians, of course. Their defiance has gone up, and authority has gone up as well. Agrippa. Please, your majesty, Chocolate Zombie 101 has young children. Who is supposed to pay for the upkeep of his villa? Oh look, Chocolate Zombie 101 has joined the council. I wonder if that'll be anything related to this. Uh-oh. A terrible curse. Grandiel Robot rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray.
By sea and storm. Oh,
That's Choco.
Draco.
Choco the second.
By seeing Storm, you look like you haven't slept for weeks.
Daluna.
That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look at my hair falling out in chunks.
Perhaps you're ill or old.
If it was one of my names, I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch.
Witch!
Alright, council, what do we do?
She turned me into a newt.
A newt?
I got better.
Well, council, what do we do about this supposed witch? Do we A, have this so-called witch tested? That is a 60% chance of success. Do we send scholars to the southern lands to find some kind of explanation? That is a 90% chance success. Or C, have the accursed El robot sent to the coast just to relax for a bit. You know, take some time off. That will raise and lower wealth accordingly, and his trade, the trade for, I guess, no, it would be the patricians. Trade for the patricians goes up in that instance. Alright.
I'd say send the accused away to show that they can be innocent.
Alright, nobles, do we have a witch trial? Do we send some scholars to try and figure out the real reason why this happened? Or just send Robot off to have a little vacation? Well, Robot...
I'm glad we both thought the same thing.
The vacation sounds like the most appropriate
Oh, it
one.
might end up in a tie again.
It's true.
Mm.
Daluna,
Oh yeah, it would be.
you would be the deciding... Oh! It has gone to just a little vacation. It seems we'll be
Like,
ignoring problems.
In character, Daluna is like, you know, I don't really believe in witches. I believe that the ninth god wouldn't put something as evil down into our kingdom.
I was gonna say you're the man of faith.
Daluna?
We
Yes,
really
yes,
said
yes, that would
you
be
should
wonderful.
touch
Change
grass,
the pace.
or I guess
Some-
sand in this case.
Some fresh air. Perfect.
Talk about the second.
Excellent. Be sure to bring plenty of coin.
The trip is a resounding success, with El Robot and his entourage praising Chocolate Zombie 101 II's hospitality. The coast soon becomes a popular destination for those looking to improve their health. His wealth has gone down for his vacation, but trade has gone up in the coast, and so has the wealth of Chocolate Zombie 101 II.
Clearly, he was just stressed and needed a vacation.
That's fair. Well, it looks like the Norse plans are proceeding along quite swimmingly. Back in the north, Chief Zelnamore is hosting yet another feast at his clan hall. Mead is being passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on the tables. That can only mean two things: really good news or really bad news.
Storm, pass me the drink, you old lout. I'm drinking until my ancestors feel it.
Were those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands? Have we really done it?
Your eyes do not deceive you, pal. They'll be marching with us come tomorrow, and by Grahala's beard, did they come out in force? We must have really impressed them with our reports of the kingdom's bounty.
The gods are good, but what happens after the ice giants march?
Acts of my ancestors. I hadn't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink, then assemble our other chiefs. Quickly, damn you.
So you summoned the giants here, you didn't have a plan for later. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you let the ice giants fight alone and swoop into the kingdom's rescue? For that, you'll need to lower authority. Or B, do you march with the giants and devastate the kingdom? You'll need to lower stability. And then you'll have a giant problem that you have to deal with.
Wait, what? Do you think that? What did you think would happen when you summoned giants? I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
Well,
Which one do you think would be best, yelling?
I also didn't think this far. Are both of our
To
goals
be
met
fair-
with these options?
so you have to choose one of these. The stability is currently set at a 9. However, if you choose that one, you will have the Grandies working alongside you to lower stability, because that's their first goal. However, considering the situation, they probably won't assist you because you're at your last step. Authority is at a 6, which is lower.
What do you think,
Question
Zil?
is how low. Question is how low are we needing to get it? Is the thing. We've had a lot more. What's it called? Let's go with authority because it seems like a lot of the options are more so with lowering that than it is
And that was A, right?
stability.
Yep, A.
Yeah, that would be A.
Alright. So you will let the ice giants fight alone and then connivingly swoop in at the last moment to save the kingdom.
Yeah, pull back up just like. Devious. Brilliantly so. Why, it's almost dishonorable.
Don't get too excited. The king must be too weak to mount a response. If all the regions united, the giants could be thrown back into the north with ease.
Oh gods. Can't a man enjoy his drink without being warned about consequences or plans for 5 minutes?
For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower authority to 4 or less, so by 2 points or more. Well, here we have another one. Here we have the monarch's iron choice. The monarch can make their preferred voting option. If chosen, gain +1 authority. Or the golden choice. I really love the golden choice. Because people will vote to increase their money. It's a foolproof plan. Oh, this is tough. If I want to combat, though, I think I have to pick the iron choice. And get rid of the monarch's vote. Or the
I have posted in meme section.
Let me see.
Oh, this I gotta see.
In response to Zell.
For 5 minutes!
Can you stop being yourself for 5 minutes?
For 5 minutes!
Let's see.
It's almost like you knew.
Ooh, a wandering bard. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has to compose a song for you. Does anyone want
Should
to...
I sing?
Worked all night on a drink of rum.
Daylight come. But does anyone want to read for Sally Six Fingers?
I will.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, who doesn't have
Says
a
the
second
person who
character?
plays a bard in our campaign.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair.
Person playing bard again? What?
Crazy.
Not just
What?
any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six
Okay.
Fingers, they call me.
Ayo.
A song, you say? About me?
Somewhere out there, at least.
Course.
Sneeze.
In fact, I have the tune and verse all but ready. I have saved my best work for you, my king.
I'm not a bard, I'm a
All I
ranger.
require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like me to inspire?
Teach them
You
to love me.
mean Lilith, right, Daluna?
Lilith, yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. She will sense the disturbance in the force at that.
Yeah.
I will do so, Your Highness. Absolutely. Give me but a few weeks, and everyone within the Crown Lands will know of your benevolence. Pray, I need only but a small payment of 500 gold at the time. A discounted rate for one of as esteemed as yourself.
I have 500 gold. Hey, you don't be silly, I'm the king. Very well, take your money. Let's see, that'd be 150 if I quadrupled it, I think. Times 4.
The 2,000.
2,000. I would cut the treasury in half. But that's a 75% chance of success.
Do
I'd
it.
say just go for the 70%. I mean, what's 1,000 gold?
Yeah, it's true.
You're a
I
king.
save 1,000.
you're trying to be benevolent, so if you give more money, you'll appear more benevolent.
True, but I mean, this is the taxpayer money. You know what? You deserve more than that. What about 1,000?
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
He comes back with the Dig'em the Frog theme song.
She hurries out of the throne room to do your bidding. The song has the desired effect, with everyone praising your good nature. Unity has gone up. Stability is now at a 10. It's max level. Let's see, we have a troublesome holiday maker and the Archbishop's request. Let's go with the Archbishop. Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. I mean, I literally have a 90% chance success on this one. I don't need the council for this. Go for it. Wonderful, I'll make the preparations right away. The other regions are less than thrilled that you didn't consult the council about the Archbishop's request, but it doesn't stop the mission from going ahead as planned. Well, that's raised everyone's defiance, and authority's gone up. Your stable and prosperous kingdom gives weight to the missionaries' work. How else could the kingdom be doing so well if not blessed by the ninth god himself? It turns out to be a rip-roaring success. Trust in the clergy is high, and so northern villagers convert in droves, whole cities at a time. Faith is now at 5. The Archbishop is more than pleased. He even diverts some of the new northern tithe to you as thanks, topping off the treasury. Well, I guess that worked for everyone involved.
Still say a vote would have been appreciated.
Listen, I'm the king. Sometimes I have to make executive decisions. That's what being a king is about.
It's the point of a council if you don't let us do our job.
I mean, I have you vote. We do votes. It's just once in a while I make a decision on my own. It's not that big a deal. Anyway, Daluna?
Well, to be fair, you have the,
By the 9th, this is not to be broken.
Born.
Or born.
Grandee Daluna 13 II brandishes a crumpled hat. Is that supposed to mean something to me? Chaco?
Oh, gramercy, I think that's mine.
This was left on the edge of my estate by a group of partitions on the holiday, with a huge number of empty bottles of wine. They scattered picnic baskets everywhere, trampled my crops, set a bonfire all night. My horses were terrified. Now I know the culprit is Lord Patrician Chocolate Zombie 101 II and his dilute idle friends.
We were just enjoying our prosperity and taking a break. Southern food is so delightful. There's only so many fish dishes you can try on the coast. Trust me, I've tried them all. Being a patrician is very exhausting. You should be flattered that we're so eager to visit. And we're bringing you our money.
Daluna?
Flattered? Egad! When the partisans come to our lands, all they do is cause destruction and chaos or trouble.
Alright, Council, what do we do here? No more holidays to the south! Holidays to the south are completely banned. This will lower and raise defiance accordingly, and trade accordingly. B. The holidays can continue, but the patricians must pay the grandees a generous sum. This will raise and lower defiance accordingly, wealth will raise accordingly, and lower, and trade will go up. C. Just carry on as usual. Grandee Daluna 13 is angry over nothing.
I am not angry over nothing. They trashed my house.
I'm just reading the options. No need to get so cagey about it. Defiance will go up and down accordingly. Stability will go down. Wealth will go down. But treasury will go up. Or D, do we encourage the patricians to holiday in the north instead? This will raise and lower
I mean,
defiance. Lower stability, raise wealth, raise trade. Okay, go on.
Aye, come to the north. We will show you a right fun time. We also have hot springs. Good for the body.
That could be fun. You know what? I like that idea. Maybe they can go to the north, and it's a massive change in scenery. They have, like, their coastal beach homes. They get to see what it's like in the beautiful north. But this is up to council. Daluna, you need to put yours in again. There we go. Right,
I was trying to copy paste and I copied Chuckles.
Ah, I see. I was wondering about that. Alright. That leaves it. Voting is closed. They will go to the north. Many patricians.
The north.
Many patricians accuse the north of being too cold and inhospitable to have fun. The chiefs take this as a grave insult, getting into a heated argument. Authority has gone up, defiance has gone down for the south, the north has gone up, and stability has gone down. In the end, the patricians do give in and visit for a few weeks. They arrange a few banquets, and soon head home complaining about the climate. The chiefs' wealth has gone up, and their trade has gone up to modest. Bunch of prima donnas.
Didn't expect that authority to go up.
Well, the chiefs are in the final step of their plan. The grandees are still at their first, and the patricians have gone to second. Everyone's trying to lower something. Let's talk about the heir, though. Your quest for an heir has finally completed. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die?
Did just go quiet for anyone else, or is it just me?
Am I good? Hello?
I got you.
I got you.
Okay, it might just be on your end, Zell. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of your kingdom. Yelling.
Yo.
Your greatness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son? What is his name?
We don't have a single ounce of creativity in this kingdom. It's Domph II.
Thank the gods, your highness. I am sure little Domph II will grow up to be the chip off the old block.
Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. And I just have to hope that authority doesn't get too low. Was this about a fossil?
Good news, Your Majesty. Our new fortress is proving invaluable. We've even started adding a new parade ground. Though there is a small problem. While digging for foundations, builders found bones in the rock. From the size of things, the beast that came from must be larger than the fortress itself.
Well,
I like the last option.
giant, spooky, scary skeleton.
Spooky, scary,
It is that time of month.
It is.
There is that month of the year.
Like a giant, spooky, scary skeleton? Will it send shivers down our spine? He lowers his voice.
Builders are saying that it might be a flying reptile.
No one dares say the name these days. It's been 700 years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom, and back then it was catastrophic. Alright, Council, what the fuck do we do about these dragon bones? Do we carry on building? Who cares about some old fossils? This will lower defiance. B, do we carefully excavate the bones? This will increase trade, but lower faith. Or C, don't mess with dragons. Abandon that fortress entirely. This will raise defiance and lower the military.
This is a historical event. Why wouldn't we wish to bring more attention to it?
You know what? Who cares about some old fossils, right? But I leave the choice up to you, Council.
This is our history. How else will we tell legends without proof?
Does look like B is the favorite to win. Did Robot leave? He hasn't voted in a bit.
Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Now we can.
Okay,
Yes.
like, my internet went out again, I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Good. And, okay,
Also,
there's
I was wondering,
Robot.
like, how much longer is this one gonna be? Because I get, like...
We can end after this one if you want. Because, yeah, it is getting
Yeah,
to play.
Robot voted A.
Since you didn't have a chance to vote because of your internet, I'll hold on for a little bit so you can choose. We may have found dragon bones. Do we excavate, which is what Zell, Yelling, and Chaco have picked, or do we carry on with building? Who cares about some old fossils? Let them build their fortress. Ah, I
want to
see.
see the bones!
Damn.
Look, I am but a person who loves dinosaurs, and if you find bones in the ground, I want to see them.
Oh dear. Well,
Of course, the dragon wishes to learn their history.
Well, let's carefully excavate the bones then.
That's beyond the point.
Builders dig the
I know.
bones from the rock. Soon, the huge bones are revealed. Visitors crowd the site. Trade picks up. Merchants set up stalls peddling flimsy weapons made out of bone. But despite the rise in tourism, some of the northern locals are superstitious, treating the bones with fear. Some refuse to approach the building at all. Faith has gone down by 1. There is
I'm okay with that.
one more thing. Do we want to do that and then end, or just end here?
Let's finish the season first, and then we watch that video.
Alright.
Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife has gone berserk in rural areas. They are attacking villagers and travelers all across the region.
Tell me more about these creatures.
They are great hulking beasts, clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid. They say the creatures are a dark omen, a sign of the end.
Luna?
By the 9th, what's going on in these chiefs? They can't handle a few wild animals. The other regions have plenty of their own problems. No one wants to march up the frozen north for something like this.
Yo, like, I see you saw the second option.
Yep.
You're all as useful as nipples on a breastplate.
Please choose that. That's
Please, please.
I'm gonna beg it. You're all as useful
It's so
as
funny,
nipples on a breastplate. Point of order, Your Highness. Though the church's presence in the north is minimal, we could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome, whether they are adherents of the true God or not. It's the least we can do. Or, if you can afford it, send a detachment of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. That should put an end to this crisis. Alright, well what are we going to do then, Council? Do we tell the Northerners they just must they need to fend for themselves? This will raise their defiance, lower authority, and lower farming. Do we hire some mercenaries to bolster the Northern forces? This will raise military and lower the treasury. I mean, we've got plenty in the treasury at this point, we could probably afford it. Or C, do we instruct Northerners to seek refuge in the Ninth God's churches? This will lower farming, but raises the faith. The choice...
I'd rather fight to the bitter end than rely on the church.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see how the other nobles feel.
So we need a.
Hey.
Yeah.
Because that'll lower...
We'd rather...
It feels so counterintuitive.
It does. Sometimes the game will do this. Robot,
We'd
why?
rather fight on our own than rely on the church.
I mean, I could hire some mercenaries to help you.
I mean, if he's voting for it.
Fuck it. I'll break the trend.
Really? Alright, that lowers authority and the farming. Voting is
Look,
closed.
they've been assholes to us in the South for the entire time. Why the fuck will we help them now?
Don't you find it even the least bit suspicious that they are also voting to take care of it themselves? Even a
Yeah,
little
they're
bit?
fine.
Alright. You explain that pest control is usually not part of the king's mandate, but the chiefs do not agree, even though they voted against it themselves. This raised their defiance to 7 from 4, goddamn. Strange beasts continue to ravage the northern countryside, continuing to elude any soldiers after sending them. At the very least, their attacks lessen with time. Farming has been lowered, and that is the end of the season. Alright, there's an auction. I guess we'll do this, and then once it goes into the new season, that's when we'll end properly. So, we could build another fortress in the north to raise their military further, or a theater to lower authority, which is probably what they want more. Theaters can be fun. A monument will raise authority, and a prison will lower stability, which is the Grandee's goal. The patricians could build a bazaar to increase trade, or a thieves' guild to lower trades. Whatever you want to do, you probably want to block the chiefs, considering that they are on their third step. But of course, where you vote is up to you. Where you want to put your money is totally up to you. Unfortunately, Daluna did lose his money.
I didn't lose shit. My dad lost it for me. God damn it.
You know what? Fair. And already they've put 2,500 in lowering authority. Okay, and it looks like we have the counter to that as the second place. So either we need another building funded, or we need to get... Actually, no, that's exactly what needs to happen. Either the chiefs need to somehow fund a building to get 1,900 knocked down, or we need to fund another building for over 2,500 in 16 seconds. And I don't think that's feasible, so it looks like it's going to be a neutral move of authority going down and up at the same time. Time's up. Well, neutral is good. Alright. And that brings this to a close. So...
But wait, there's more.
Let me copy this. Daluna posted something interesting that we did not watch, which is apparently what order should you play Kingdom Hearts in. It's a 5-minute video that we're going to end the stream with.
From Square Enix themselves, no less.
Yeah, so that's what I was like.
Oh yeah, it's directly...
I actually asked them, how the hell did we miss this?
I have no idea. I had no idea how we missed it. Okay. So let's skip that.
The long-awaited Kingdom Hearts series has launched.
Shush. I need to get chat to be able to see you. Give me a second, YouTube. Alright,
Yeah,
so...
don't forget the share screen portion too.
Yes, so let's go to the Let's Watch. Grab YouTube. Okay. And stop streaming. Can I share screen? Okay. Alright. Oh, it's being a pain right now. Hold on. There we go.
The long-awaited Kingdom Hearts series has launched on Steam. Whether you're a
Come on, that's
long-time
right,
fan
let
or
me
someone just
stream.
stepping into this magical world, the age-old question arises again. Is there a Kingdom Hearts game you have to play first? While some fans have very strong opinions on this subject, our position is, no, there isn't a correct starting point.
And that's where you're wrong, kiddo.
While we can suggest a play order for new fans to enjoy the whole story, and have, it's entirely up to you where you begin with the series. If, for example, you want to play Kingdom Hearts 3 first because it's the latest mainline game, or just because you're excited to pal around with Woody and Buzz Lightyear, then go for it. Remember, every Kingdom Hearts game is someone's first. Many lifelong fans didn't start with the original game. They played later ones and explored the rest of the series afterwards. However, it is a topic that comes up a lot, so the Square Enix team has put together a couple of suggested play orders, with the Dark Seeker Saga being the preferred order. So if you're starting fresh, these are some ways you can explore the series. So here's our rundown.
I'm gonna be honest, that's
Our first
kinda
suggestion
true.
is to follow the story release order of Kingdom Hearts to experience what's known as the Dark Seeker Saga. You'll start with Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix.
I mean, yeah, that's a good start.
This collection features 6 different titles and introduces the main characters and story of the Kingdom Hearts series. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix introduces you to the series protagonists Sora, Riku, and Kairi. After their world becomes engulfed by darkness, you follow Sora's adventures with Donald Duck and Goofy after their fated encounter, while he searches for his friends. As they explore various Disney worlds and defend them from darkness, he learns what it means to wield the power of the Keyblade, and faces those who seek to take this power for themselves. After the events of Kingdom Hearts, we follow Sora, Donald Duck, and Goofy into Kingdom Hearts
Oh, one of my
Chain of
favorites.
Memories, which introduces the sinister Organization 13 and features a unique battle system that utilizes the strategic power of cards.
Not a lot of people like it.
The next game in this collection that you'll want to play is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which introduces the fan-favorite character Roxas. We dive further into what is Kingdom Hearts and what Organization 13 wants with it.
I think it's
This
safe
is
to
then
say that
followed by
Roxas
Kingdom
creates
Hearts
a lot of people's
358
favorite
Days
character in
Over
the
2
game.
HD cutscene
Yeah, that's
compilation,
fair.
which chronicles the events between Chain of Memories and
I love
Kingdom Hearts
Sora,
2,
but honestly,
exploring who
Roxas is
Roxas
cooler.
is and what Organization 13's
Yeah.
true mission is.
I mean, I personally,
Kingdom
Riku's my
Hearts Birth
favorite,
by
as I've
Sleep
said,
Final
but
Mix takes us
still.
back in time to before Sora's
definitely see
adventures
the appeal
begin
of
and
Roxas.
introduces the Keyblade War. We follow the adventure of 3 Keyblade wielders, Aqua, Ventus, and Terra, in their mission to locate the Master Xehanort. We are free to select which character story we would like to play first, with each of their stories intersecting at various points. We would like to suggest playing their stories in this order to understand the story best: Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. Completing
Isn't that
all their
how we
story
did it?
unlocks the final chapter.
Daluna?
I believe so.
That is
The
the
second
proper
collection,
order.
Kingdom
You do
Hearts
Terra
HD
first, then
2.8
Ventus, and Aqua.
Final Chapter
That's the way
Prologue
they
features 3
lead.
experiences, which together set up the finale of the Dark Seeker Saga and connects the story to Kingdom Hearts 3. In Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Sora's quest to become a Keyblade Master puts him under threat like never before. While Kingdom Hearts Key Back Cover chronicles the story of the Foretellers that takes you way back in time to the earliest point in the series and has major implications for the saga as a whole.
Gee, I wonder why.
The collection ends with Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, follows Keyblade wielder Aqua after the dramatic events of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. The Dark Seeker arc comes to its epic conclusion in Kingdom Hearts 3 and its Remind DLC, as Sora, Donald Duck, and Goofy race to foil the plans of the sinister Xehanort once and for all. Another way to enjoy the Kingdom Hearts series is to experience the adventures in chronological order. Here's the chronological playing order. Although
Ooh,
Sora's
there you go.
original Kingdom Hearts adventure was the first game to be released, there are a few titles that are set earlier in the timeline. These prequel adventures do an amazing job at fleshing out the lore of the series, as well as introducing fascinating narrative threads that enrich the other games. By following the game's own internal timeline, you get to watch the pieces of the sprawling saga connect. It's very satisfying. The Kingdom Hearts games are now available on Steam, and the Steam-exclusive Keyblade, Dead of Night, will be available as part of Kingdom Hearts 3. The Kingdom Hearts games are also available now on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Epic Games Store. They're also playable on Nintendo Switch as cloud versions. We hope all this helped you if you're just setting off on your Kingdom Hearts journey. If so, you're in for a real treat. We hope you enjoy them. Until
I
next time,
agree.
may your heart be your guiding key.
I still need to finish Kingdom Hearts 3, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I have not touched my Xbox in quite a while, to be honest.
Oops, did not mean to click that.
Well, I'll say this in
mean-
terms of that, Zell. Like, you told me you wanted to get a Steam Deck. Now you have a perfect opportunity to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you want to get back into streaming, we could do that. Like, you play through all the Kingdom Hearts games while me and Daluna sit in the back watching.
I mean,
Gee, I wonder where we got the idea from.
Golly, I just don't know.
now the question is do I do what basically is the release order, or do I do the chronological order?
So, there's definitely a benefit to both. Like,
Mm.
chronological order, it's just a nice flow to it, but playing in release order is also good because you get the experience as you would have if you were actually getting these in release.
Mhm.
See, for me, I've played a little bit of 1. I never beat 1. I've beaten 2, and I've beaten 3, but I've never played any of the spin-offs.
Yeah, I think the only
Meanwhile-
spin-off I've played is the mobile game.
Meanwhile, I think I only tried playing one of the boss battles on my friend's Kingdom Hearts game. Because they were all bad at it, and I did not help at all with it either.
Come to think of it, I don't think I finished the first one either.
Draco,
Really?
now you know what you need to do.
Well, I guess, Yelling, at some point, me and you need to go through Kingdom Hearts. This is a thing now.
Well, I mean, you've already gone through Kingdom Hearts, haven't you? Or
I mean, I have
No.
on my channel, but Yelling hasn't on their channel. So you see what we can do
Ooh,
here.
There we go.
Let me just go back to...
And now, I was gonna say, now we can screen cap some of those and be like, all right, we need to do this, 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 this.
So we'll just
Which
have
ones do
to...
we not have?
We'll just have to come up with a day. Obviously, you'll beat the game. You can't play them without them. Go figure.
You're on a black screen, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was because I was swapping stuff around. We should be...
Oh, you don't use studio mode?
No. Also, I think he was more talking about, in the Discord stream.
Oh.
Oh, no,
there
let's
was
talk
nothing
about your Twitch as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was black because it was on, viewing YouTube, but I decided to open King of the Castle just so we could have some music to end on. Alright.
Yeah. So there's two people here that need to go through Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. And I would be more than willing to hop on and guide.
Same.
Maybe me and Yelling need to sit down and go through.
We could do... One of us could do the chronological and the other could do the release order.
True.
I'll take chronological if I can actually get my hands on the games. That's
Okay, then I guess
probably
I'm
what I
doing
would
release
personally
order.
do.
Alright. So then we'll need Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5. I think there's like a compilation version of it. To like, I have the story so far, which is both of them at once, but that's for like PS5. It might
I
be-
can also ask my friends because I don't know which games that they have, but I know they have Kingdom Hearts of some sort. So
And like we just learned, you can play Kingdom Hearts on the PC on Epic Games, though. So you would need an Epic Games account for that.
I think I
Mhm.
anyway need an Epic Games account because I'm planning on playing Minecraft with people in different Discord servers. So
I mean, Minecraft is on everything.
Minecraft's on Microsoft.
Yeah,
Oh,
Minecraft would be
never
on
mind.
the
Then I'm
Steam.
mixing it up.
No, the games are on Steam, so you can actually just buy them on Steam now.
Yeah.
Wait, Minecraft's on Steam?
Yeah.
No, Kingdom Hearts. Like
Yeah.
the entire series is on
Oh,
Steam.
Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I understand because like I couldn't find Minecraft on Steam. That's why I was a little confused.
Wait, really? I thought it was. Hang on. Now I'm curious and I need to go through Steam really quick.
Either that or I am blind, which is also possible.
Okay,
Honestly,
so when
if-
you look up Minecraft, it pulls up Minecraft Dungeons, Minecraft Legends, and the Minecraft Dungeons DLC. So Minecraft itself isn't on Steam, but the
Oh,
spin-off
okay.
games are.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's strange and dumb.
So I just learned that Super Mario Party Jamboree is now released.
Oh,
Yeah, that was kind of a shadow drop. There was never really any advertising.
Well, it's not.
Oh, no, there was
advertising. There was
there was-
only
there was-
one advertisement.
There's a few things dropped here and there if you were on the lookout for the information, but I did
A
not
bunch of
realize
stuff
that it
got
was dropped
shown off
today.
in the Xbox showcase earlier today that look really good, and I want to try it. And some of them are coming to Game Pass.
Ooh.
You know, actually thinking about it, that would be a fun thing to do. Like, now I'm thinking about it, have it on Minecraft, where we just do shit.
I'm not really a Minecraft sort of fan.
I have never played Minecraft in my life, and I have.
Neither have
it's
I.
just not something that looks like something like I would play.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I played
Good
Minecraft
to the
once.
Good to the people who do,
Yeah.
but it's just never been something I've been interested in.
If you
And
like-
there are, in my personal opinion, there are far better chill games out there.
I mean, if you like
Mhm.
building, it's pretty good. But I played Minecraft once, and what I did was I dug down until I hit lava and died. And that was my plan. That wasn't me making a mistake. That was my actual plan playing Minecraft. I wanted to dig down until I found lava and killed myself.
Look,
The-
I can bet I can find more entertainment building with a set of Legos.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
fair.
basically what Minecraft is
Mhm.
when you break it down. Digital Legos.
That was my opinion of it at Digital Legos. So I don't know if I still have Legos, but I know I used to have Legos as a kid, and I really enjoyed it. So
Also, I looked it up out of curiosity. For Kingdom Hearts, 1.5 plus 2.5 is $50, $49.99. 2.8 Prologue is $59.99. And Kingdom
I still don't
Hearts...
understand why that one's so.
Yeah, it's weird that 2.8 is so expensive, honestly. I mean, it is technically 2 games in there in a movie, but... it seems a bit much when 1.5, 2.5 is less. I feel like those
I mean, it's not
should
even
be
2
flipped.
games. It's 1.5 games. You get done with the Aqua story in about an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's the Aqua story in there, so you're right, it's like 1.5 games in that one. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 with the Remind DLC on Steam is $59.99, so $60, which makes sense, because that's a full game and DLC. So, like, it would take some work going through them, and money, but, you know, that would be multiple hours of game and stream for 1.5 and 2.5 alone, because that's 6 games total. Which again makes me wonder, how is it that that one is the least expensive of them all? The one that gives you 6 games. Well, technically 5 games in a movie.
I was gonna say, what are the games in it?
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom
1,
Hearts-
Chain of Memories,
Mhm.
Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and Recoded. Oh wait, so never mind, it's 4 games and 2 movies, because Recoded is just movie.
It's movie with quick play.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the gameplay in the actual 1.5, 2.5. It has, like, the cutscenes from it. And I mean, that's a disservice,
358/2.
because Recoded is a fun game.
And 358/2 is probably one of the most emotional games in the series.
I feel like they're reflections of each other. 358/2 or 358/2 has a great story, but garbage gameplay. While Recoded has great gameplay, but garbage story. They are literally inverse of each other.
It's why everyone said, like, those two are the worst ones in the series. It's like, okay, you're not right, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. It's like,
If you want to see, like, you want to see the saddest ending in a Kingdom Hearts game up until 3, in my opinion, 358/2.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to actually play some of the most innovative games in a Kingdom Hearts game, Coded.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think one of the major things that held back 358/2 is that it was a DS game. Not a 3DS game, a regular DS game, and they had to fit Kingdom Hearts gameplay on that small screen, and they put mission play, which makes sense for the story because you're part of the organization at that point. So you're going to be doing mission-based stuff, but it really... When you're so used to being in an action game, and then suddenly, and now we're in mission mode, where you get to do things at certain times and have to meet certain criteria to achieve your goals. It's kind of blah.
That, if I remember right, came out around the same time as, what was it? Final Fantasy, it was like 0 or something like that?
Maybe? I'm not too...
Because they have something similar to that system in that game. But at the same time, that was on the Xbox One. DS has been around for forever. So maybe not. Or maybe they tried to incorporate that system into it. I don't know. That's another game that I need to actually go back and finish. There's a lot in my library I need to actually finish.
I mean, my Steam library has so many games in it that I haven't even touched that I probably should at some point. Like, I don't even know how many are in here that I haven't touched that I really should, but I know it's a sizable list. I very recently got System Shock, and that could be fun to play. I got the Mass Effect collection recently.
Is it the remake or the original System Shock?
The remake of System Shock. Because I
I've
never
always
played the original, so I figured
I've always wanted to play System Shock, but it's just one of those things where I've just never had the chance. Because it looks fun.
Yeah, same. Like, I've seen someone play through the original System Shock, and I was like, it's a great story, and what you can do in the game is fun, but the graphics really hold it back. So I'm like, I'll get the remake and see how that goes when I decide to touch it again.
Yep. Rabbit played through both games at some point, I believe.
I believe he did, yeah.
Yeah, the only sad thing is I don't got the room to house my Xbox here to play those.
Because it's technically a horror game, if you really think about it. It's like a cyberpunk horror game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
I just realized I have 2 puns to read. I just got diagnosed with Tom Jones syndrome. My wife asks, "Is that common?" To which I replied, "It's not unusual."
Carl.
I'm not sure I understood that one.
So,
I was gonna say that one kind of went over my head.
Tom Jones has a song with the lyrics, "It's not unusual to get mad at anyone."
Oh, that one!
If you saw the Fresh Prince, the one that Carl would dance at all the time.
Okay.
And I went to a psychic and knocked on her front door. She yelled, "Who is it?" So I left.
Yeah. That's why I don't go to psychics. If I needed to talk to one, they would have contacted me.
True. They would know you were in grave danger and needed their assistance immediately.
Exactly.
Although, part of me kind of wants to get into reading tarot cards because that sounds fun.
You should do it. Do it.
I mean, so here's the thing. very recently backed The Crooked Moon, a Kickstarter for a D&D campaign, and one of the add-ons was tarot cards. So I bought myself some tarot cards, technically. I just have to wait for them to get shipped in.
Okay. With you doing that, yes, now you have to. You have to do a few tarot readings if you went through and did that. You gotta do that.
Yeah.
I want to do that so bad.
I swear in one of the campaigns you used, I swear, was it in the Revalia campaign that you used tarot cards, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else?
So actually, it's sort of tarot cards, but they're called Taroka cards in Curse of Strahd. They're not tarot cards, but they are actually tarot cards.
I was thinking before Curse of Strahd, I feel like you've done it in another game.
I don't think so.
Or maybe it's somebody else that I know that has an actual tarot deck.
It might have been someone else. But I think the Crooked Moon actually has someone that reads tarot cards, which is why the tarot cards are real and exist, and you could get them. So
I believe it's their it's the female that's usually like DMing for them for the most that most people know.
Yeah.
That does the play, isn't it?
So I mean, it's a character in the campaign, obviously, but yeah, no, it's she does the tarot reading. It's like at the beginning of them doing the they have a stream or a VOD of a stream rather that's up where they basically introduce the setting with their characters. And like one of the first scenes has them on the ghost train and give them a reading.
So the Curse of Strahd. Dick. But I want to do the Crooked Moon. I have the song that they did as a playlist on my playlist for working out.
Nice. I have reviewed that song over and over again. I think I've added it to like my music playlist on YouTube. It's so good. But I just realized we've been going for a while now. And we were trying to end. Oops. Hey, Daluna, where can people find you so you can get out of here?
So, that was Daluna 13. You can find me on everywhere you want to look for me at Daluna 13. I would usually go. You can find me at Twitter, but if I'm one that's not one to like wanting to stay on a dying ship, so I am going to be privatizing my Twitter at the end of the month. But you can find me on Blue Sky. I'm going to be more active on Blue Sky officially now.
Nice.
I need
a lot
to
of people
re-download
are
that.
jumping ship to Blue Sky. I've noticed that.
Not only that,
I
but
don't know. So something happened in like 1,000 new users, like just within like.
It's a lot more than that.
Because Elon is once again being
It's the
being
block
a
button.
crybaby.
Yeah, so you know, Zell, how you can block someone on social media if you don't want them to see your stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Elon has decided he doesn't like that. Now, when you block someone, they cannot respond to your content, but they can still see it. Because I don't
Which is
fucking
not
know.
great for people like celebrities or in general people who have to deal with stalking situations.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Elon is so
Yeah.
butthurt that people can't see his content because they've blocked him.
He also basically made it semi-mandatory that anything people post on Twitter can be used to train AI.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
that literally
But
just
that's
happened today.
common on most social media platforms. Let's be brutally honest. Instagram has a YouTube technically is doing that as well.
I hate that.
It's hard when it comes to the whole AI training thing. It's like really hard to actually stop that without just not posting art, which is detrimental to artists,
Yeah.
which sucks. Like it's one of the reasons I hate
Although
AI art.
there are programs now to protect your art from AI.
Yes.
It really fucks the systems up when they try to use your art if you use this system to protect your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we rambled again. I am sorry to
No problem. It's conversation that we all actually kind of have to have eventually. Like, it's been dying for a couple of months now, honestly. And
Yeah.
this was the straw. Like, the camel's back is now officially broken, basically.
Elon essentially bought Twitter to use it as far-right propaganda.
Yeah.
But yeah, so another place you can now find me, as I'm going to try to start making shorts there as well. You can find me on TikTok. I uploaded what I think are my 7 or 8 best shorts I've done on YouTube up on TikTok, and they've actually been doing a lot of really good numbers, honestly. Like,
How do you have a tank?
I need to upload that one.
Seriously,
reminding me
that's
of
not
that
one of
one.
your top. That's not one of your top ones. Holy shit!
Well, I was going with just the ones from this year.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
I'm not even kidding. Like the 2 that I did with my Lucario plushies are like, those are my most popular TikToks right now.
I just need to see those. I don't have TikTok. Probably never will, honestly. But
I'll share them with you real quick, or at the end of this. But that's where you can
Yeah.
find me. Tuesday, you'll find me. Actually here because it'll be another game night. We don't have Power Rangers Cyber Strike most likely next week because our DM is going on an outing and he's gonna not be able to do any prep. Is what he told us.
He needs to recoup from what happened in the last session out of nowhere.
That wasn't my fault. I can actually say that wasn't my fault for once.
Pink Ranger said, "Nah, fuck that guy in particular."
Oof.
I'm going to say, if you want context of what Zell was mentioning, watch last week's Cyber Strike episode. It was really funny. The first 2 minutes, we completely derailed the entire campaign.
Fantastic.
But
I highly
anyway,
recommend
that's
watching it.
it for me.
It's a good experience overall.
Zell, 'cause I think you said you need to do something too, right?
Nope.
Well, Drake, Chocolate then.
I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on the social medias as Chocolate Zombie 101. Kids love the social medias. Anyway, I stream on Twitch occasionally. Tomorrow, hopefully, since I'll have plenty more time than I did today to do so before I have to head to work, I'm going to begin my journey of platinum trophying Astrobot. It's a game that I wanted to play for a very long time. It's essentially a gigantic celebration of PlayStation's history in video game form. And being that I have been a PlayStation guy pretty much my entire life since I first got my original PS1 back in like 1995 or 6. I pretty much have owned every single major PlayStation console outside of the handhelds. So it's a fun game, and I have a whole lot of other things planned for streaming off my PlayStation. I want to finish Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth because of the Majima game that's coming out next year. I want to do a full plat trophy run of Ghost of Tsushima. I want to try to finish playing through Stellar Blade. I have a whole bunch of other stuff I want to do. I have ideas with Madden. I have ideas with a whole bunch of other stuff. The Dead Space remake just got added to PlayStation Plus monthly games, and I've very rarely have played Dead Space before, and so it's something that I'm looking forward to playing. Aside from that, when I'm not doing that, I'm also usually streaming our Baldur's Gate 3 streams with myself, Draco, and Holshi. We usually do that on Thursdays, so look forward to that. Tuesdays, you find me and Daluna over on twitch.tv/TwitchPerson for Power Rangers Cyber Strike. I play a Red Ranger. We're about to have a Megazord fight, so look forward to that. Every other Tuesdays, you can also find myself, Daluna, and Draco over on twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn for Face of Our Lives, our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. Wednesdays, you can find me here on Draco's channel when we do Curse of Strahd. Thursdays, as I mentioned before, you can usually find myself, Daluna, and Hoshi streaming Baldur's Gate. And then you can find myself and Daluna over in the M&W Multiverse Nexus Wrestling eFed. Fridays, twitch.tv/Edward Bosco. Mondays, twitch.tv/Dr_Caliban. We play WWE 2K24, and it's basically a huge AI jousting game fed that is basically just all the characters and everything is made by the community. So look forward to that. That's all I got.
Yelling, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, Inkblot, Regent. You name it, I'm probably on. However, because my PC had a incident yesterday, I am gonna be cautious streaming this week.
Yelling, I might have to help you out with that, honestly, if you're able to afford it.
I'm hoping what happened is just a cable that needs to be replaced, because this monitor is at least 10 years old, while the PC is less than 2.
Yeah, probably need a new monitor.
We need to get you into that good old 2 to 3 monitor setup.
I don't want to replace the entire monitor. This is a nice monitor. I think it's maybe if I just switch out the cable with a new one, it'll be fine.
Oh, that's sadly. It's starting to go out like that.
It flickered out and caused the graphics card driver to crash, which is what was written on the OBS logs. Something caused the graphics driver to crash, and based on the fact that I literally heard a device disconnect and reconnect sound in my headphones, and someone in a Lenovo forum stated that it's most likely a cable from the monitor, I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. It's probably that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed, hopefully.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, Zell, I see the
Yeah, I see that.
Right, and
That just leaves the person we also I stream with Draco and Daluna and others on Wednesday for the Curse of Straw campaign Barovian Odyssey. And that leaves Draco, who I'm meeting up with tomorrow.
all right.
Well, Zell first.
Yeah, Zell, do you have anything to plug?
If and when I get back into streaming, presuming I can get something for that, probably won't be for a while though, seeing as I live on a ship and have no room nor internet connection to properly do so. Anywhere and everywhere at Zelma More.
Wait, you live on a ship?
I'm in the Navy.
Ah.
Yeah, here in a little bit, will be a lot harder to get a hold of as within the coming year or so, we'll be going out, and I'll just leave it at that.
Thank you for your service.
Indeed.
I hope to live up to those. I am at my first command finally. I will not say on stream where that is, just to
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, don't
Yeah, probably don't dox.
That sounds like a way to get yourself discharged. Don't do that.
Unless you really want to get dishonorably discharged, but I don't know why you'd want that.
I don't think it would get me discharged. It's just without people actually knowing.
Don't be stupid.
What we're trying to say is, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Vagueness is my best friend when it comes to that kind of thing. But nah, within a year or so, my ship's going to be going out for the long haul with no knowledge of where I'm going or when we'll be back. So it's going to be quite a while before I ever look at streaming again, at least to where I can chat with people at the same time. I am looking into getting a gaming PC to where maybe if I do find capabilities of internet cafe that I can have a bit of a time to where I can do streaming without bothering other people and vice versa, maybe. Otherwise they'll probably potentially be silent streams.
Nothing wrong with no mic streams. I've done a couple of them.
Yeah. But, as I said, Zelda More, wherever you wish to find. I don't have TikTok.
You're probably
Don't
not
think
allowed, aren't you?
Oh no, there is plenty of military personnel. My chaplain that I work under has a TikTok, and he does funny military memes or funny military videos from time to time. There's one that we wish we would have recorded for it with him. That would have actually been really funny. But yeah, look for the dragon.
All right.
I don't post very much, but when I do, I try to be informative and entertaining.
All right, and that just leaves me. You've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Mondays, we do Persona 5 Royal, where we are about to finish Futaba's palace by handing her a calling card, but she's gonna have to let us in so that we can help her. Will she? You'll have to tune in to find out. Tuesdays, you can catch us, I believe, is this week coming up? Witchlight?
It's a game night.
Okay, it's game night. So you'll catch us here, where we'll be doing party games, much like the one we just did. Sometimes we do this, Jackbox, Rift Tracks, Cards Against Humanity, all sorts of fun stuff. Fall Guys! So tune in for all that fun. Wednesdays, as previously mentioned, you can catch us over here for I did not do the command last time, so I will do it now. Barovia. For Barovian Odyssey, catch me, Daluna, Onyx Locket, Yelling at Me, Rod and Rod, Shock Zombie 101, and Royal Hoshi as they continue the hag hunt. They've taken down Morgantha, matriarch of the Dream Pastry Coven. All that's left are the final two, sitting in their windmill having no idea what's coming for them. Will they survive? You'll have to tune in to find out. And that's Wednesday. Thursdays, we usually play Baldur's Gate here with Chaco and with Royal Hoshi, where we've just started Act 2, so there's a whole lot of stuff that we're going to have to figure out and go around the shadowy cursed land. And last, not last, Fridays you can find me here for Breath of the Wild. I'm going to try and make it to a research lab and hope there are no guardians in between those two spots, because they are really hard to fight. And I don't wanna. Let's see how that goes. And last, certainly not least, on Saturdays you can find me here for Fear and Hunger 2, where we've made it into the city. We'll have to see what we can find here. We only have 2 days remaining, one of which we're currently in, before all hell breaks loose. What will we find? You'll have to tune to find out, but with all of that said and done, let's find someone to raid. I believe Rabbit is live.
Yep, well, I have Connor, Rabbit, Bosco's doing Legacy Kane, Rabbit's doing Alan Wake,
Mario Party Jamboree.
yeah, Octo.
I want to raid Rabbit, because I've been watching him play